Hey, yo, watch right here. This is the best part. Terence Crawford, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Ooh, okay. Let's see what we working with. Getting that rhythm. Oh, jab. Ha. Ha. Ooh, the head movement off the center line. Okay.
Best in the business. Ego. The ego.
That's ego.
Ego hit y'all with another one.
We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxing Ego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Hey, yo, watch right here. This is the best part. Terence Crawford, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Ooh, okay. Let's see what we working with. Getting that rhythm. Oh, jab. Ha. Ha. Ooh, the head movement off the center line. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, the little bounce. I like that little swag. Okay. But got the hey, Canelo. Bro, he might dog walk Canelo. Bud Crawford undisputed. He might. Oh my God. Look. He got the undisputed shirt. It's over. Hey, he might dog walk Canelo. Look at that look in his eye. Yeah. Bro, he got the undisputed shirt. He might dog walk Canelo. I'm going to explain that, though. This is not a fight prediction video. But he got, look, it's a undisputed. Bro, he on a mission. Hold on. He might dog walk Canelo. Baby. Baby, I know that. Yeah, it's going to get a little bit chippy. Looking good right here. Looking good. September. Not too far. Ooh, that body shot. See, I think the game plan might be that body work. I think that might be the game plan for Crawford. Dump to that body. If you look, pay attention. He doing a little setup, head movement, trying to get on the inside. Crawford's smart. He definitely smart. I mean, I think he should go to the body on Canelo. Canelo be drinking alcohol and stuff. He like Canelo's like young. Yeah, we got action. Bud looking sharp so far. Bud, I punch harder than you to Steven Nelson. Bomac, put your body protector on. Oh, so they taking turns seeing who hit harder with the body shield. Now it's Bud's turn. Yeah. Bud looking kind of brocky. He looking in shape, having fun. A fighter having fun is a dangerous fighter. We know that. The energy look good. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, he might be trying to dig to Canelo body. I give credit to, because I'm from the Bay Area, they bumping that E40. E40. E40 in the click. They bumping that One Love in the background. Do you undersmell what I'm saying? But about to fight Canelo Alvarez. I can appreciate that. Woke up in the AM, toasted out of my... Gotta take a... to. Okay. He throwing shots. Okay, Bud, throw a shot. Okay. Steve Nelson up. So Bud in this clip, his shadow boxing is real crispy. Look at his legs though. Pause, obviously, but you look at his legs. He looked like he got some strong legs, calves, thighs, pop. You know, it don't look like he working on speed. He just shadow boxing, going through the motions. Shadow boxing is an art, and Bud is the student, moving around the ring, looking crispy. Ooh, the double jab, triple jab, whatever that was. Canelo might have his hands full, people. Ooh, I like the little stutter step feint. Up jab. Head off the line. Bud can box. Yeah, we knew that though. All right, so let me give my thoughts, man. Let me make sure this is good. This is not a fight prediction because I really don't know. This is not a fight I anticipated. I don't really like the fight for a couple reasons. I've already went over that. If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that. But Bud looks focused. I think Bud is the type of fighter where it's hard to count him out of any fight because he got the willingness to win. Like, that's something you can't teach. You can't teach somebody how to be a dog. You can't teach somebody how to have that, like, within their gut, that willingness to win. Like, Bud is a real warrior in that sense. You know, I remember the Sean Porter fight where they basically said, oh, you're down on the scorecards. He couldn't believe it. He was like, no, I'm not. And they're like, Bud, listen to me. You down on the scorecards, right? And he was like, all right. And he knew what to do. And just like Tank, that happened with Tank in the Floyd versus Barrios. Tank got the knockout shortly after. Bud did the same thing. I also felt that in the Israel Madrimov fight. I thought that was a very competitive fight in the front half, but Bud showed his level and his experience, and he just felt like he wanted the later rounds more. He was hungrier for them later rounds. So this could be an interesting fight. I don't like the fight for the same reason I keep saying. I'm not a fan of like video game type fights, rapid weight class jumping. That's not my steez. I'm like old school in boxing. I feel like if you're gonna move up and do it in the adequate, appropriate way. I don't think Bud's doing that. Year off, you know, it's just like a shot in the dark how he's gonna look from these clips. But it's, you know, it's just the gym. He's looking crispy, and he's looking like he has something for Canelo. And my thing is this: I've always kind of maintained the same thing when it comes to this fight. Terence Crawford is better than Canelo at virtually everything. I think his jab, his defense. Well, defense, Canelo. I think prime Canelo, like Danny Jacobs, Triple G. I think Canelo's defense was sharper. But so defense, I would say close because Crawford do get hit because he's aggressive. But in almost every statistical category, footwork and foot speed definitely goes to Terence Crawford. Canelo's feet, he got like he's stuck in quicksand, like on the cartoons. So the crazy part about this fight is Bud is literally better than Canelo, and I think he's hungrier than Canelo. Canelo be golfing and all this stuff, and I told you that. That's why I have to see kind of what develops. Some people think they know my prediction, but I don't even know my prediction, right? And that's the funny thing about me being an online commentator. So I let people talk and say whatever they want, but I never even gave a fight prediction, an official prediction, because at first, when I first started hearing about it, I was like, oh, I'm leaning towards Canelo. But then Canelo looked pathetic versus William Skull, and that made me recalibrate, reconsider the variables. Then Bud looked like he's filling out, getting swole, and he's still looking like he's maintaining some of his attribute. So I don't even have a fight prediction. So if anybody says Ego is picking this person or pick this person, they're lying. I don't even know who I'm gonna pick. I'm just breaking down the fight. I'm doing my job, and I'm the best at that. Best in the business, and it's not even close. Bud looks sharp. He looks like he's filling out. It is still a gamble and a shot in the dark. My thing is this. I think this fight is going to break down to a couple intangibles. If one, Bud has power that Canelo has to respect, even at this new weight class, Canelo might get cooked. Because again, for me, Terence Bud Crawford he's older, but then again, he's not. And I know that sounds crazy. Come on, Ego, what you mean? How he older, but he not older? Y'all think y'all outsmart me. You can't outsmart the God, bro. I'm the Elohim in boxing. The reason I'm saying that is Crawford ain't never got his ad whooped by nobody. Like, there's been competitive moments. He arguably got dropped by Mean Machine. I get it. But he ain't never just got bodied. He ain't never had nobody 12-0 him or nothing like that. So even though he's 38, he takes care of his body. From what we know, he don't poison his body. He's always in shape, always, training and staying in. Every time I seen Crawford, he looked like he was in some type of shape. I ain't never seen Crawford with a beer belly. That takes sacrifice in defense and stuff like that, right? Versus Canelo, he made so much money. I feel like he kind of checked out a little bit. You know what I mean? So Crawford winning would be hilarious because Canelo not giving us the fight we want anyway, which is David Benavidez. And he's assuming all the risk. I don't like when the fighters, everything's against him. And that's kind of what it is with Terence Crawford. Everything is kind of against him, except for Turkey. I think Turkey really likes him. So I don't know how it'll play if it goes close on the scorecards. But he's the one taking the risk, moving up in weight, blah, blah, blah. So my thing is this. Where I'm at with it right now is Crawford is looking the part. He has the catalog and the repertoire to back it up that he's definitely a terrific fighter. He's looking sharp in these clips. He's looking focused. I believe he's in Turkey right now, Istanbul. And, I haven't really heard nothing from him as of recording this video, but he's looking sharp and he looks like he's having fun in camp. Those are good things going into a fight. The big thing for me is when dealing with a fight such as this, it's funny because there's a couple of fights that have the same DNA kind of going on. Canelo versus Crawford and also Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr., right? I know that might sound crazy, and please don't take what I say and then reach and try to make it into something greater. I'm not comparing Devin and saying he's as good as Crawford or they fight alike. I'm not comparing Canelo to Brian Norman. Obviously, Canelo has more experience as a pro than Brian Norman. The comparison I'm making, and I know what I say because I'm there when I say it, is similar in regards to on paper, Devin Haney is more skillful in almost every department than Brian Norman. But Brian Norman does have skill, and he possesses, in the public's mind on paper, more strength, more power, more size, more that put a little umph in it. What did Jagged Edge say? Put a little umph in it. He got thump, power in both hands. He definitely got a lot of momentum. He's been more active, just the same as Canelo. Canelo's been more active than Bud, and Canelo's considered the bigger, stronger. He's been acclimating in the 160s or higher for 9 years. So in boxing, it's kind of a toss-up in these scenarios because a skillful person who's like willingness to win, got more of a toolkit in the tool bag, they can beat the guy who's a bit more one-dimensional than they are. But the flip side is Devin Haney can look good versus Brian Norman and it could all be erased in a round or two, or even a single punch. That is how I look at this fight. Crawford, he might be beating Canelo ass, but if Canelo, sees red, so to speak, and then really starts pushing the pace at the weight class, no rehydration, that could give Bud a lot of problems and or hurt Bud, in my opinion. So I think a lot of it is going to boil down to how Crawford power looks at 168. Like if it's just bouncing off Canelo and he just, like Superman, Superman. I can't wait for the new Superman. Shout out to Superman. Then that's going to be a problem, in my opinion. Because then if Canelo start walking him down as the bigger man, rehydrating possibly more and stuff, then that could be very problematic. But if Bud can stay disciplined and outbox, and his power carries up where he has enough thump to keep Canelo honest, because Floyd Mayweather did, then it could be a nightmare for Canelo, who has much slower feet. So I don't know what direction I'm headed to. There's attributes and aspects of it. But I will say this for the record, so we are clear. I've already said it, but every day I'm getting new subscribers and new people just tuning into the channel. Bud is a better fighter overall than Terence Crawford. He's more skillful, is what I mean. Canelo, even though he's younger, he's older, which I've already mentioned. And that's the thing that makes it somewhat intriguing, is Bud could be doing great, but just like Amir Khan was doing great for 4 or 5 rounds, he got destroyed in round 6. So that is the question that needs to be answered in September. But to be honest, Bud is looking sharp. He's looking sharp, and he's doing what I would want or expect from a person in this fight. So I think Bud will definitely give it his best effort, but it gets kind of tricky in these type of prediction scenarios, because do you pick the guy with more versatility and more wrinkles, or do you pick a guy who doesn't have all that, but however, he still has some of it. He has experience. Like Canelo got big fight experience more than Bud, right? Big fight. I'm talking about like 1 million+ pay-per-views, more butts and seats outside of your own hometown, stuff like that. So Canelo does have some strong attributes, and he definitely has the size and power, at least on paper. So that's the dynamic that is going to be the keys to victory that people need to watch for. And I do like Bud having fun in camp, and he kept the same team. You got to give him props for that. Kept the same people in his rotation. So some things to think about. Canelo, the blueprint was there to beat Canelo, in my opinion, in the William Scull fight. The only difference is William Scull's a Cuban, and he's like 6'2" or whatever, and he brolic. So he's his own person. We can't just automatically give that to Bud. Bud's not 6'2". He probably don't weigh as much as William Scull, and it's not his first fight. William Scull wasn't his first fight at 168. So there are some inherent differences in that regard. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Bud got Canelo beat. And I'll probably do a breakdown video if y'all want. Type the word weapons. Actually, don't type that. Skills. Type the word skills. If you want me to break down skills and like the categories of who gets each department, put skills. I got a bright idea. I'm often imitated, never duplicated, you know what I mean, when it comes to this boxing stuff. But overall, Bud is looking sharp. Canelo, I told you from the beginning, he better not be golfing and like, I seen him take a picture with his family. Don't do that. Bud ain't the one to sleep on. Like, oh, he's small. If Canelo is asleep, then it's going to be a bad night for him. For real. Because Bud, every probably break he get, he running and working out and stuff like that. You can't take Bud as, oh, he a smaller person, so I got this in the bag. But then on the other hand, like I said, comparing it to past fights, Bud Crawford You got like Amir Khan and Maidana is a fight that comes to mind, where Amir Khan boxing very well, hurt Maidana to the body in the first round. It looked like the fight was over. Maidana being tough and strong and resilient, got back up. Then he started giving Amir HE double hockey stick. So these are the things to look for in this particular fight. I don't know which way I'm leaning, but that's my current thoughts. Subscribe. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.